evening to all my Glitter Planet beauties. I am doing this video. It was a requested video and it's going to be all about the Glitter Planet brushes. Just a comparison. They're all amazing brushes, but I have a lot of them, so I thought I would do an in-depth quick little video showing the differences of them side by side. I have my perfect pink Nail Mate acrylic here, so we'll use this to kind of show the bead size they pick up. Honestly, I can literally pick up with my number 8, number 10, the same size bead with my brush. It really depends on the angle that you're holding your brush when you're picking up the bead, whether it be small or big. So it's really on preference on what size brush you're comfortable working with. But I find that it's the angle of my brush when I'm laying it down in my acrylic. If I want a smaller bead, I'm going to be up like this, up kind of higher up. If I want a bigger bead, I'm going to be more at an angle and doing a tap tap drag motion. So smaller bead, high up, bigger bead, I'm just more angled low down. Okay, so enough about all that. We are going to talk about brushes. And sorry about my setup. I don't have too much lighting, but soon that will be fixed. I'm really excited about the light that I'm going to be getting. So first, let's talk about, I'm going to show off the beautiful Nail Mate Bestie brush. I have the size 8 and the size 10. Let's go closer up here. So the 8 is on my left and the 10 is on my right. These are the head sizes. So the number 10's a bit fuller. They're the same length. The handle is the same length. These both come with lids, but you can kind of see the difference in the head size. And if ever you get any flyaways on your brush, you can dip it in monomer. Sometimes I will actually, if it's really bad with any little flyaways, I'll get a little gel and I literally just brush it on my brush and let it sit for 24 hours and then clean it off, and it's perfectly molded back into shape. No flyaways. Never throw out your brush. Even if there's acrylic buildup in there, I baby my brushes, but I have had moments years ago where I just had a pile up of acrylic in my brush, and you can use a little acetone. I know some people say, no, don't put your brush in acetone, but if there's a lot of acrylic buildup, I safely put my brush in the acetone, let it soak for a bit, gently scrape out any dried acrylic you have, and then just dip it in monomer and get it nice and oiled up in the monomer. And definitely, if you do that, throw your monomer away. You don't want to keep that monomer with all that gunk in it. But I never throw away a brush, ever. So this is a beautiful Bestie brush. As I said, they both come with lids. The number 8 and the number 10. Both with nice long handles. Very light. Love working with these. They're really nice. These are the Magic Sticks. These are actually one of my favorite brushes. I like all of them. I love all of them. But the Magic Stick, the head on it is a little firmer, a little bit more firmer than the other brushes. And I mean, they're all light, they're all comfortable. But one thing you'll notice, and I'll put the 8 on my left and the 10 on the right. Now with this brush, the handle size is quite a bit different. So the number 8 has a much longer handle, and the 10 is a much shorter handle. They're both very comfortable to work with, but you see quite a bit of difference in the handle size. There's the head size difference. The 8 again is on the left and the 10 is on the right. And these are, I mean, they're all really comfortable brushes to work with. I'm a lefty, so I can't say that I tend to like the longer brush over the shorter brush. This is the 10. They're both really comfortable to work with. And same thing, really it depends on the angle of my brush of how big my bead size is going to be. But these are real beautiful brushes. There's no lid with these, so there's no lid that comes with the magic stick. This is the magic stick. Love, 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 love Glitter Planet brushes. Now let's go on to, this one right here. Another one of my favorite brushes. I like all of the brushes. What am I saying? I'm going to call them all my favorite. This is the You've Got This brush. I think this was one of the first brushes that I ordered from Glitter Planet. And it's why I became obsessed with her brushes, because I fell in love with these. These both come with lids. And again, I'm going to put the 8 on the left, and this is actually the size 12 on the right. So you got the 8 and the 12. Both the same length with the handle. But you can see that the 12 is quite a bit bigger than the 8. I love having an 8. If I'm doing like a, all one color, or I'm just laying down a building, sculpting a nail, sometimes I'll use my bigger brush. But I really can pick up the same size bead. Not, the exact same size, but I can pick up a nice size bead with my number 8. But I do love a number 12 and the number 10s. Let me put this in a little bit of monomer to let me move this out the way. I haven't used this one in a while. So before you use your brush, even if it's, if it's new, you definitely want to clean it. Flick all that stuff out of there and make sure all that stuff's out of there. I haven't used this brush in a while. So all I'm doing is, it's clean. I used it in the past for a long time. But I always press gently down into my monomer until you see all the bubbles gone away. I'm sure it's gotten a little light dust from just sitting on the shelf. So let's put these next to each other now. I used this the other day, so it's a little bit different. This one probably still's got a little bit more. And like I said, if ever your brushes get out of shape, I will use a base gel, and I just gently, literally put it on my brush and put it on the bristles and lay it down flat. And then like the next day I just clean it off and they just shape out beautifully. And I don't do it a lot. It's just if like the brush has been sitting, or like I said back in the days, I'd get acrylic stuck in the brush, and that doesn't tend to happen anymore. I really baby my brushes. So this is the 8 and this is the 12. And this is the You've Got This brush. Look at all that bling. These are over probably almost 2 years old now. Still got, look at the shine. They're so pretty. I get so many compliments on my brushes. They're just so pretty. Look at all the glitter. It's just all beautiful to look at. Who doesn't want glitter and sparkle on in their workstation. So this is the You've Got This brush, the number 8 and the number 12. Really nice brushes. And these both come with lids. I honestly, the lids are nice. I feel like if you're, you know, you travel and you do nails, I can't even think of the word of it, mobile, you're a mobile nail tech. So I can see where the lids would come in handy. But with the lids, I find that it's really hard to place the lids just right on here without messing up the bristles. So even though I have the lids and I save them, I have a container full of lids, I don't put the lids on my brushes. I just feel it's a headache putting them on and off, but they are very nice. They're very pretty, and I could, like I said, I can understand if you're a mobile nail tech, or you don't have an area to store them and you don't want to get dust on them. But they have really cute cases, and Glitter Planet even has these little magnets I've seen. I'm actually thinking about getting some because I have a little station here, and I thought about maybe putting a magnet strip up and hanging my brushes like this. Right now I just keep them in a kind of a jar full of marbles and pearls, and once they're completely dry, I never ever stick my brushes this way when they're wet. I actually always let them dry on a little stand like this right here, and then once they're dried and completely aired out, then I will stick them in my little holder here. Let me put my little light back up here, ladies. Put that back up. And the only reason I don't store them like this when they're wet is I heard a long time ago that it's bad to store your brushes like this when they're wet. I don't know if it's because, I mean, maybe one of you can comment below to tell me why. I honestly can't remember. It's too late in California right now for me to remember why right now. I just really wanted to do this video because I promised to do the video. So let's get on with the video. Let's go ahead and set these sideways right here. What's another brush? Oh, these are pretty brushes too. And these right here have lids as well. This is the number 8. And I'll put the 8 on the left and the 10 on the right. Now these are the synthetic brushes, and I believe I ordered these at the same time, around the same time that I ordered the You've Got This brush, so maybe about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And even though they're synthetic, they work really nice. I don't use them a lot, but I do use them. And these two have lids as well. And this is the 8, and on this side is the 10. And this is the Nail Mate, same handle size. You can just see that it's quite a bit difference in the head size there. 8 on my left, 10 on my right. And like I said, look at these, are almost 2 years old. Maybe even older. You can still got the little bling bling on there. Nail Mate. These are fun brushes to have. All my other brushes are Klinsky. This was me doing I just want to see the difference of using the synthetic. And they're nice. And look how, I mean, these are just as old as these, and the condition of them is amazing. So I can't, now I love my You've Got This brush, but these synthetic brushes are nice too. And this is the number 8 and the number 10, and these both come with lids. Really pretty brushes. And what's another brush we got here, beauties? Now some of these, I have my glitter fall brushes, but the size is off of it, but I can pretty much tell you that this is a 12, this is a 10. Where's my little 8? You know your girl likes having her little 8s around. And nope, that's not my 8. I'm like, yeah, actually that is my 8. So hard to read this because, like I said, the glitter fall is still there. See the pretty glitter fall? But I think from like my hands, the oils in my hands, oh, here we go. Here's my 8 right here. So we got the 8, the 10, and the 12. These are all beautiful brushes. Not only are they so stunning to look at that. How pretty is that? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. They're so beautiful. But the sizes, just from probably my oils in my hands, kind of rubbed off the size on here. But you can see these are all the same length handle. They're all beautiful heads. 8, 10, 12. This is a really light, I mean, they're all light brushes. They're not heavy. They're very light. They're really comfortable and the quality is amazing. These is, I believe it's called the Aqua, or the Waterfall, the Aqua Waterfall. What I'll do is, as I'm doing this video, in the corner, I'll make sure to put the brush that I'm talking about in case you want to go online and order it. So they're all very nice head sizes. The 8, the 10, and the 12s, babes. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And I think that, oh, and then of course, I have my gel. These are called the gel cleanup brushes. I have it in the You've Got This. I'm sorry, the You've Got This brush. This is the Magic Stick. And this is the Waterfall. These are both number 8s. And I do gel nails as well as acrylic. So I do use that for that purpose. But I actually recently purchased 2 more of these because I stated this in another video, when I'm doing acrylic, you're laying the clear gloss down, the no white gel top coat, I use it, like the name of it, the gel cleanup brush, to clean up all in the edges before you stick it in your lamp. That way you don't have the overlapping of, you know, the gel. You don't want, nobody wants gel in on their skin. So this is perfect for that. So if you don't do gel nails and you just want a cleanup brush, these are perfect for that. That is why I ordered, I have another set of both of these that are over there in its little container that I use for that. These 2 I use for my gel application right here. Really nice brushes. Another little brush that I have is, it's called the 3D brush. It's the size 5 3D brush. And this is really good for flowers, for more detailed work. And it's really nice because it has these little grippers right here and it comes with extra ones. I haven't even replaced these yet, but it comes with, I think, like 4 or 5 little extra ones of these. So I have them put away in my little drawer so when I need them. But this is a really beautiful brush for 3D and artwork. I want to get down my 3D flowers so bad. For a while I was practicing, but you know, I got so busy with work and life that I just haven't had a chance. But I definitely want to get better at 3D and just art in general. I love glitters, and I see some beautiful art nails and more detailed work, and I would love to get a little bit more skilled at that. So ladies, I think that, well, you know what, actually, the whole purpose of me having my Nail Mate powder right here, for those of you who want to keep on watching, I'm just going to demonstrate that I can pick up the same size bead with the 8 and the 10. And when I set my acrylic, I like to get the cap, and then I just set my powder down kind of at an angle, and I just like it because it, you know, when you're picking up your acrylic, so I set it down like that. I don't know how you ladies do it, how you babes do it, but that's how I do it. Just sets it in the cap and makes it a little bit more accessible. And of course I got my new little monomer dish here that I love using. So we'll take the cap off here. The monomer does not ship to the US yet, the Nail Mate monomer. I cannot wait till it does. So I just use a monomer that I've been using in the past, and it works very well with this powder, with the acrylic powder. I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna have to move it here. I tried to kind of situate my stuff so you can see. It feels like in my videos you cannot see, but once my light comes, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do a video. I feel like you're just gonna be able to see a whole lot more. And I'm always in my jammies. I don't know, always taping at night. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's do, this is the Magic Stick 8 right here. Let me get a little paper towel, something you can easily see it on. Let's put this down here. Let me situate my light a little bit better. I'm using my phone light and then my iPad to tape, so bear with me, babes. I was like, let me do this video, I promise. And plus, it's always fun. I love chit-chatting with you girls. Okay, so this is a size 8 Magic Stick. Gonna just set it down. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't, but I'm just making sure that getting all the bubbles out. This little guy, or girl, she could be a girl or a guy. I know this one, oh, I can't remember her name. I should know her name on YouTube because I love watching her, that she names her brushes, and I think that's adorable. Maybe I should give my brushes names. Do any of you beauties do that? Give your brushes names. I recently, because I was just feeling so cluttered with all my nail stuff and my makeup, and I recently ordered a dream box. And I feel like I can breathe better. I have all my nail stuff situated, all organized. I don't have a shop. I'm an office manager by day, and all my nail stuff is at home, stored in cases, almost like a traveling tech, I guess you would say. So I am just in heaven. So maybe now that I can breathe a little better, I'll give all my brushes names. Oh my gosh, I think it's adorable that she does that. I can't remember her name. Oh my gosh. I am obsessed of what I love watching nail videos. I mean, I could watch them all day long if I had all the time in the world. And there's some really good videos out there. So if you don't see something on the community, go on YouTube. You can type in, or even on the community page, on the search bar, no matter what it is, if it's a glitter color you're curious about, a brush you're curious about, in the top of the community page, in the search bar, you can type up anything, and any post that has been about cherry bomb glitter, about you know, You've Got This brush, any post or video is going to pop up. But I do the same thing on YouTube as well. Okay, so enough talking. Let's do some bead pickup. So I literally just wipe gently. We're gonna flip my brush over. I'm going to pick up a good size bead. So I'm going to angle my brush downward. You notice I'm not like this, I'm like this. And I just drag and tap, drag and tap, drag and tap. Now I'm going to try to set this bead down to where you can see it. I wish I had my little sheet. Let me see, can you see this bead? It's a little messy because this is with my size 8. Let me see if I scoochy this back so it looks nicer because I kind of smeared it. I mean, I don't know if you can see. Oh, so I can't wait till I get better light. I mean, that's a really good size bead right there. Look how beautiful. I love, 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 love. I'm obsessed with Glitter Planet, the Nail Me acrylic line. It literally lays down like butter. Okay, so you see the size of that bead. Okay, now, dry my brush out a little bit. If I go in like this, up higher, and go in and tap, 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 tap. I don't know if you can see the smaller size of that bead. A lot of people think they need a bigger brush, and I don't. I love a bigger brush. I have 10s, I have 12s. I have a 16 and I don't use it a whole lot. But really it's the way I angle my brush of the way I can pick up the beads. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying, but it all just depends on what you're comfortable with, you know? I remember when I first started doing nails, I felt like I had to learn how to, you know, do a 1 bead application. And in the end, it really doesn't matter. It's just, you know, what you can do that's comfortable and that looks gorgeous. I mean, you don't, you know, whatever works for you. If it takes you, you know, you're sculpting and you can't lay down. I always, when I sculpt, I like to build out my tip first. I always like to build out my tip first and then go in here and do my, you know, my cuticle. You know, if I'm doing shorter ones, I can do it with 1 bead, but I always like building my tip out first. So that this is with the 8, and now let's show you with the 10. This is the 10 magic stick. I'm going to do the same thing. This is the 10. I'm going to go in down, more at a lower angle, tap, 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 tap. This is the one I laid down with the number 8. There's the number 10. I don't know if you can see. It's the same bead. So it's really on what you're more comfortable with, I think. And I can't figure out which one I like better. I mean, I like the 8, I like the 10, and I find myself reaching for a 12 sometimes, but I honestly can pick up the same bead size with either the 8 or with, I can't talk tonight. With the same bead size I can pick up with the 10, I can pick up with the 8. It just literally all depends on the angle that I'm holding my brush at. So let's say I want a smaller bead with my brush. This is the 10. The higher up I hold it, the smaller my bead pickup's going to be. The lower that I hold it and tap tap, the bigger my bead's going to be. So I'm going to go up higher. And let's drag and tap, drag and tap. You see that? It's the same size I picked up with the 8 with the smaller bead. So they're identical. And I could do this even with the 12. The same thing. So like I said, beauties, it's what you're comfortable with. All I can say is the Glitter Planet brushes are all amazing. I think I have them all. I'm not sure. But I love them. They're amazing quality. They're easy to work with. They're comfortable in your hand. And I think that's, of course, you definitely, I love my desk brush. Glitter Planet carries the little tabletop one right here, which I love. and the long, beautiful ombre one that looks gorgeous to dust off and make your nail station gorgeous. So beautiful. All right, babes. Well, I hope you all have an amazing evening, a great rest of your week. And if you have any questions or comments, or like I said, I'm going to try to do some more videos, hopefully starting after the holidays. And I hope you all have an amazing evening. Good night, beauties.